There's a Twitter account that I found recently called Terrible Maps, and I am a massive fan of maps. Give me an interesting map and I can look at it for hours. So today I thought I'd see how terrible these maps they post really are, because even if they're the worst maps in the world, I'm sure I can find some form of enjoyment out of them. Map of all the countries that start with O. Really? Just Oman? Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, that is the only country that begins with O. State flags with boobs on them. Is that Virginia? Is that Virginia? I'm looking this up. I want to see boobs. There's not plural. There is a boob. So this map isn't correct because there's only one boob. US governors by eye color. Yeah, you're right. That is a terrible map. That is a wholly uninteresting map. Name for hamburger by US county. There is one singular place in the US that calls it a steamed ham. Who the fuck goes into McDonald's and goes, I would like to have one steamed ham, please? They're not even steamed. Paper sizes world map. This is one that pisses me off, right? Because YouTube, right, when you hit 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers, they send you this little like piece of paper that's basically, oh, well done, blah, blah, blah. They send it with your plaque, basically. And I was like, oh, I'm going to frame these letters because, you know, they're cool. I can have them on my wall. It's an achievement, you know? So I buy an A4 frame for this piece of paper, and it's different. It's a US letter size. But why? To be fair, it does look nicer than the A4. It looks cleaner. It's more like stout. It's less long. Oh, I just knocked my hat off. Map of all countries where the Prime Minister shat themselves in a McDonald's. Is that true? According to the Prime Minister, it's just an urban myth. That's so funny, though. The whole country has just believed this myth that he shat himself in a McDonald's. A comprehensive map of all countries that use the MMDDYYY date format. I do not know why America does that. It makes no sense whatsoever. I've mentioned it so many times on this channel. I have no idea why they use it. It makes absolutely no sense. Subscribe if you agree. Where you can marry your cousin in the United States. I mean, Florida. That makes sense. That makes sense. Allowed with requirements or exceptions. What are those requirements or exceptions? I'm surprised it's legal in New York or like these northern states. And California as well. US states, but the first letter is missing. Arizona. That's where I'm from because I have WRIZ. Average flag color by latitude. Now that is not a terrible map. That is a very, very interesting map. I wonder if there's a reason for it. Oh, okay. So for red countries, road distances are shown furthest from the nearest city. And in blue countries, road distances are shown from the nearest to the furthest. That's interesting. I don't know why you do it this way. That seems to make no sense. Because we read from top of page to bottom of page, not bottom of page to top of page. Map of Africa using orange peel. That's impressive. That's very impressive. I don't know why someone would do that because it's gonna rot very soon. But impressive nonetheless. How many syllables are in caramel? It's 3. Caramel. It's not caramel. There's an A there. It's not caramel. Caramel. Public saunas in Finland. Wait, I'm gonna look up what Finnish public sauna is. They're just public saunas. Why is there such a high demand for Finnish public saunas? More people live inside the red circle than outside of it. Wow, that is very interesting. I always thought more people lived in New Zealand than the rest of the world. The most famous brand from each state. Oh, that's mad. I love a map like this. You know, I'm just gonna give you like 10 seconds to take this one in. This is an excellent map. I love this. All right, have you taken it in? Good. We'll move on. A new map of England and France. I don't remember there being a big face in northern England. Did the face just go away in recent years? The UK's honest place name's Donkey Town. Donkey Town? That's not a real place. That's got to be like a house that's called Donkey Town. Like someone's just named their house Donkey Town. No, it's a real place in Woking. I wonder what goes on in Donkey Town. Surely it's not actually called Donkey Town. But like when you ask someone, oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm just from a little town called Donkey Town. Are there many donkeys in this town? It doesn't look a very donkeyful town. Map of Chad. It is a crazy coincidence. I don't know if it's a coincidence or if the guy that made the meme like based it off the country Chad. How much the country Chad looks like the Chad head meme. Look how much that looks like the Chad meme. What football is called in different countries. Soccer? No, it's footy football. What countries where you can claim someone's lost child after 2 hours? Surely that's... I'm not going to Google this because I don't want to be put on a watch list, but surely that's just not true. Iowa has 99 counties. It could have an even 100 if not for this monstrosity. That looks so fucking boring. Why is every county just like a perfect square or rectangle? That's so boring. Most lewd sounding town name in each state. Essex? That's not that bad. That's like most normal sounding place in England. Blue Ball Village? That's not a real place. Come on. PP Township? Wanker's Corner? I want to know what it looks like in Wanker's Corner. There's just a place place that's straight up called Intercourse. Wanker's Corner. Is it the name of a roundabout? Surely that's not the name of like an actual place. I think it's probably just the name of the roundabout. Map of Tesla charging stations 1437 AD. Very interesting. The most hated Thanksgiving food across the US. Who hates turkey? Except for like vegetarian. Who hates turkey? What the fuck is green bean casserole? That sounds right. And sweet potatoes. That sounds absolutely delightful. How could someone hate something called sweet potatoes? United States average jeans color per state. All the words in Italy for female genitalia. That's a lot. How do you have that many? Like, what is it, like a regional thing? Like, if you're from this region, you call it Mboffa. But if you're from just down the road, you call it Fissa. How do you come up with this many names for it? Map of every American city. I mean, basically. Like, I went to small town America recently, and it is exactly as you imagine. And all the stereotypes of, like, American people are prevalent there. There's just massive car parks everywhere. You can't cross the road. Like, there's not even traffic lights to be able to cross the road. Technically, you need to get in a car and go across the road. I think that's like the legal way to do it. Well, I only had to cross that road once, but I just fucking ran across it. It was fucking terrifying. It's like 10 lanes of traffic. And there's just like these huge, enormous shops, like the biggest shops you've ever seen in your life. It's like insane, and it's so like, it's just so inconvenient. I don't understand like who came up with this general idea of like having like suburbia like so far away from like actual shops and stuff. Like you can't just walk to the shops in America a lot of the time. You have to fucking drive everywhere. It's a nightmare. Bigfoot sightings, fursuit owners. That does just look like a population graph, not graph, map. Does their state flag have toes? Florida. State flag. Oh, yes. Bosnians, I want to swim. Croatian, no. I want to know the history behind that. Why does Croatia only allow Bosnia the tiniest bit of coastline? I'm going to look this up. I'm going to answer this question for us. All right, okay, here we go. Croatia and Bosnia are still locked in a land dispute over 2 pebbles in the sea. Croatia is very proud and possessive of its glittering coastline. It is, to be fair, glittering. I've been there, and it is probably the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. Known as the land of 1,000 islands, it seems to be unwilling to sign over 2 of them. It actually has about 1,244 islands to neighbouring Bosnia and Herzegovina. I mean, fair enough. It is pretty fucking class. I wouldn't want to give up that coastline. Porn stars per million inhabitants. 75! Like, in this day and age, it's not like that many. Screwdrivers of the world. Screwdrivers tighten clockwise. Screwdrivers tighten counterclock. What? It's southern hemisphere. All right. Like, I'm still... is this a joke? Or am I, like, stupid? I'm trying to rack my head around this. So instead of tightening it like that, other people tightening it like that. Am I thick? Let me know in the comments. What pedestrians look like across Europe. It looks like everyone's walking away from Poland. Countries that have not declared war on birds. Countries that have declared war on birds and have lost. I've heard about the Australian one. I haven't heard about the Chinese one. China bird war. Oh my god, this was quite recent. In 1958, Mao Zedong declared war on the sparrow. Sparrows ate grain while it ripened in the fields. The campaign against them was massive and total. What? How many people died? What? What do you mean they died? The sparrows killed people. Oh, it's famine. It was famine related, I think. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye.